Welcome to the Outer Realm with Michelle DeRoche and Amelia Pisano. Airing live on the United Public Radio Network, 105.3 FM in New Orleans.
Hi, and thank you all for joining us today. We are broadcasting live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 on the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in New Orleans.
I had enough.
Well, you drove out there into the middle of nowhere and had some sort of loud verbal display challenging ET in general out in the middle of nowhere?
That's what I was doing. I actually had a pistol in my hand at the time. I was really ticked off. When I was having this fit, I was waving the gun in the air, okay, and I had this fit. And at this moment, I said, okay.
He was a Louisiana man named Montaldo. Folks around called him Six Gun Joe. Worked with ICAR, don't you know? Investigating UFOs. Out for a drive with a gal one night, they stopped to check out the reporting site. When an alien lit right there on the ground, he commenced to throwing his weight around. Now, old Six Gun didn't take too kindly to that kind of thing, especially without Vaseline or anything like that, you know. Seriously. Well, Six Gun looked that critter right in the eye and said, "Any last wish before you die?" Yo, reached for his gun, quick as a twitch, and said, "Fill your claw, you son of a bitch." Now a legend spread across the land about this pistol-waving man. But if you're from space or from Earth below, you don't give no lip to Six Gun Joe.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to the Tuesday night edition of Into the Night with me, your host, Sean Kelly, aka, from what I understand, Sexy Santa. I'm not sure about that, but you know, they call me Sexy Santa. That was told to me about 3 or 4 times already, so you know what, I'll go with it right now. Just let me get through this heat and we'll see where it goes from there. Joe Fox, good to see you. Heidi, Donna, thank you for stopping in. Well, first of all, I want to thank UPRN Talk Radio 105.3 Mississippi, 107.7 New Orleans for allowing me to give you 2 hours on UPRN Talk, this platform, Sunday nights and Tuesday nights, 8:10 to 9:10 p.m. But you know, there's a little computer glitch earlier today, around 6. Hey, Bob Pasco, good to see you, friend. So there's a little glitch, and so the show that I was doing was pre-recorded with CL. Okay, and I know some of you saw it, but there was a glitch. So CL will not be on after me tonight, so I can go a little bit over. Okay. So hang around after the 9:10. Hey, Della, good to see you. And and that's okay because stuff happens. It does. It does happen. Anyways, the heat is unbearable. It went as high as 101 degrees today in Pittsburgh. 101. Here's a good part. Okay. Here's the amazing part about it. It's supposed to be the high of 79 degrees on Friday. That is Pittsburgh weather in a heartbeat, And I'm telling you what, there are some days here in Pittsburgh where you actually get all 4 seasons in one day. And that's true. Joe says, yeah, it was pre-recorded. Oh, you're in a noisy bar. That's okay. I hope your wings are great and your 2 beers. Hey, Kurt. Sean, great to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing fine tonight. Doing really good. Well, we got a good show for you tonight. Heidi was at 103. Holy crap. 18 degrees colder today. I don't know what the deal is with the weather, man. I just cannot figure it out because honestly, I have never, ever seen it this damn hot in Pennsylvania, especially in Pittsburgh, And hopefully Friday brings that relief a little bit. I can actually say that I'm hoping and praying that autumn comes like really early, like in 2 weeks. Tim Vogel, good to see you, sir. But I have a good guest on tonight. We got to get to this guest. He's a very dear friend of mine. And I met him about 3 years ago, over at the Carnegie Library investigation on Halloween night. And that was with Drake Bowman of the Oakmont Paranormal Society. Him and his group, they do a ghost investigation with people who sign up, and they take them on investigations. And it's a pretty cool deal. Sean, you and I, Highland people, we can deal with this heat. I'm trying, dude. Just give me an air conditioner and I'm good. But I'm getting too old, dude. Getting too old for the heat. Sure as hell ain't going to be a snowbird when it comes wintertime. But I met this Matt over at the Carnegie Library, and we struck up a conversation. And it was like one of the best nights ever that I had. He has a unique title in his name. Okay. He is the paranormal consultant. And we're going to dive into that later on in the show tonight. But without further ado, I would like to introduce to you my dear friend, Matt Barron from the Paranormal Consultants. Hey,
everybody. What's up, brother?
Not much. You better get that damn powdered sugar off your.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
it was back in the green room. I just thought it was free, so
I'm telling you, dude.
It was next to the coffee.
Heidi says hello, Matt. Much love from Boulder.
Right back
you could see everybody in the chat, right, buddy?
Yep, I got it.
Okay, cool. But I like to tell when people type in, I talk to them.
But Sexy Santa, I like that, but I still prefer
Santa.
I still prefer the Godfather of the Paranormal for you. I think that's better.
My God. The Godfather of the Paranormal.
I like that better.
Okay, we can go with the Godfather of Paranormal. All right, you know what? I can do that. I mean, Yeah, Drake just messaged me earlier and he says, "Hey, old fart, do you want to go out and go to a new place to investigate?" And I said,
Oh,
"Sure."
miss
But
those guys. Miss those
yeah,
guys. So much
well,
fun.
get your ass back here on Halloween, dude. And, do some consulting work.
I'm
Now,
gonna have to.
I'm sure everybody out there in the chat room tonight, and even out of the 120 countries that we are broadcasting into, they want to know what the hell. Hey, Carla, good to see you, hon. Um, People are wondering what the hell is a paranormal consultant.
I will let you know when I figure that out myself.
Okay.
No, so a lot of people, especially myself, when I first started in the paranormal, and brother, I know you and I have kind of spoke on this before. There was no guidance. There was no. It was just kind of throw up against the wall. Mama, there's Mama Newsom.
Mm-hmm.
There's no guidance. There's no like support for a lot of these teams and a lot of these people, and we all know the paranormal field can be very competitive. Um, as much as I hate saying it, but let's be honest, it is. And it's luckily gotten better, but there was no real guiding factor. And after I shut down my third team here in Pennsylvania, I told my wife, the Wicked Queen, I was like, I miss it. I miss being in the field. I miss doing things. And I said, I wish there was some way I can still help people. And she looked at me and said, what, like a consultant? And I went, consultant, ghost consultant, paranormal consultant? And she's like, huh. And I went, I like the way that sounds. And that's kind of where that started. There's no team, there's no nothing, there's no loyalties. The loyalty is the field itself and to the community. Anybody who wants positivity, anybody who needs help with anything, new team, season team, doesn't matter. That's who we're here to help. Here to help and put in our 2 cents and try to make our communities a little bit better and try and just basically be there for people.
Hey, Tim Vogel, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for popping in tonight. So, okay, so I'm a new group that comes in, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like totally lost. I really don't know what to do. The only shit that I seen is what I saw on TV.
Hmm.
And so the first investigation I did just did not work out right. So how do they know to, do they Google paranormal consultant, or how do people reach out to you for help?
So typically it's all word of mouth. I network with a lot of different groups. I network with a lot of different people. And to be honest with you, a lot of times it's just a matter of wearing merchandise and advertising. Like I have a tattoo on my arm of my logo, and that strikes up conversations. Some of my merchandise. But basically I try to look for these teams. Like instead of like scrolling through TikTok hours and hours and hours, I'll just type in paranormal on Facebook or YouTube or TikTok, and I just look for different teams and different groups, and quite simply just, hey, do you want to network? Do you want to network? Or, if I see one of their investigations, say, hey, just want to throw something out here if you don't mind. If you need some help, blah, 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 here's my contact information. And other people just kind of reach out. I get a lot of, with my network that I work with, people will send them to me, be like, hey, I'm sending you this team. They've got some questions. They got some things that they need to help with. Can you help them out? And we get into a phone conversation. So that's really all it really is.
That's like totally awesome. Now, my friend Tim Vogel, he's a Bigfoot investigator, and he's just
Nice.
like you. He if people need help or ask for help, him and his brother will help them as much as they can. So
That's awesome.
it's people like you and Tim Vogel and other people out there, in the fields, that are willing to go out and give people, advice or actually show them how to investigate. Now, I'm sure this question is on everybody's mind. Do you go to the investigations with them, or how do you go by investigating with them if you don't go to the investigations?
It depends on where it's at, first and foremost. And if I can't make it, usually I watch a live stream, or they send me footage, or we just get into a phone conversation. We just get into a call, or we meet on something like StreamYard, and they'll run through their investigation, and I'll just sit there and I'll watch and I'll listen. If it's close enough, or if I'm able to, I'll go out and I'll just watch and kind of see what they're up to, see what they're doing, maybe throw some ideas out for them. But a lot of times it just ends up being go with your instinct. That's what they're looking for. A lot of these teams that are starting out, they just want that little bit of confirmation that what they're doing is, I don't want to say correct, but it's in the right step. And I just tell them, don't think about it. Just react. If your gut is telling you something, like what to ask or where to go or what to look for, go for it. Don't start second guessing yourself.
Right. And I find it kind of like interesting. So, out of all the consultant work that you have done in the past and recent, what do you see some of the biggest mistakes new groups make when they investigate?
Number one, they want to be on TV. That is their number one mistake. They
Tell them
think
to
they're
write
going
a
to.
book.
They want to be the next, ghost hunters, ghost adventures. They want to be them, and it's like, number one, well, especially for one person, why would you? But I'm not going to get into that. But it's not going to happen. I hate to burst people's bubbles, but you're not going to be a TV celebrity. It's just like in Major League Sports. There's thousands and thousands of baseball players, but how many of them actually make it to the majors, or football players?
Right.
The same
True.
thing. Same thing in the paranormal, or even YouTubers. Look at these YouTubers that make millions of dollars, like the Markipliers and stuff like that. I don't want to say they got lucky, but they made the right moves to get to where they're at now. The likelihood of, people like me to make it to that level, probably not. Highly doubtful. And if I do, we're all in trouble. But the fact is that's number one. Get that out of your head. Forget about the fame. Forget about the money. It's not about money. It's not about being Mr. or Mrs. Popular. It's about the field. It's about helping people. It's about helping these spirits. It's about helping your clients. And more importantly, helping each other. That
Right.
should be the main goal.
Oh, most definitely. But why won't we get into that? Because we're going to get into it. I tell people who want to get on TV, write a book. Write a book.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need to do is write books, get them published, and that's your only way of getting on TV. And I'm not saying, unfortunately, I was blessed a couple times to go on a couple ghost hunter shows.
Mm-hmm.
First one was Taps.
Very nice.
When they did the Carnegie Library over
Mm-hmm.
in Carnegie, PA. I wasn't allowed to investigate with them. I was considered one of their witnesses. Okay. So whenever you Google that one, whenever you Google Taps, Carnegie Library, Homestead, PA, first person you're going to see is me. Okay. And the second show I was on was the Dead Files. All right. But they had that show called Beyond the Dead Files.
Yep.
And I was on that show. And it's just not, it's not what people think, because really, because it's your group going to be on TV, that you make all the calls.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true at all. You have nothing. Yep. It's all the producers that take care of all that work, and you have to go by what the producers say.
Yep.
You're not allowed to say, well, this is how we're going to do it. This is it. This is it. And it just doesn't work that way, because you are no longer in charge. A&E got your back. They're in charge of you now. And if they want to tell you, jump off a bridge and, whatever, if you don't jump off that bridge, and then they can fire you, because they know there's like so many other type of groups out there that would, want to be in their spot.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you a fascinating thing though about me real quick is that all the times that I was on TV shows, I never watched them. I never watched my shows. Never did. I don't
Yeah.
even watch my replays on my shows.
Oh, I don't either. I don't
don't.
either. I
I'll be like,
can't listening to myself.
I'll be that too, and I'm the I'm the worst critiquer in the world. But
Mhm.
Kurt says it's about finding the truth and helping others. Fame and fortune can take a hike.
Mhm.
Correct, Kurt, and that's the truth.
100%.
Absolutely. Sherry Madigan. Oh my gosh, my buddy from above the border of she's up there in Canada. But she's a great person. They're all great persons. Matt, all the people in my chat room, all the people who listen to me, I call them my guardian angels
They are.
because they watch over me. I mean, I could have a really bad freaking week, and I know that Sunday I'm going to be here talking, and my people are in, and they just cheer me up. And that's the same way with Tuesday. They cheer me up, which is, I think is pretty cool. So, what other things? Hey, Squatch Man, good to see you, sir. Glad that you're here. So, what other type of things that you see new groups do that they kind of mess up on?
Not being themselves. They want to be people they're not.
Thank you.
And I agree with Sherry. Just like at the library
Sherry.
when we were there,
Right.
we were telling these groups, don't think about it, react to it, be yourselves. Don't, if you want to ask a spirit what their favorite food is, go for it, ask. There's no real stupid questions in this. You don't need to, there's no absolute right or wrong way to investigate. Like, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a black and white version of how to be a successful investigator. There's really not. It's a matter of yourself. It's how are you presenting yourself to these spirits, and they just seem scripted during their investigations. Like, and you know the questions, brother, that I'm talking about. They're sitting there with the recorders and they're going, "What is your name? How old are you?" No, don't ask. Why are you asking like that? You just went robotic. Have a little bit of emotion into it. I've asked spirits what's their favorite food, what's their favorite drink, what's their favorite football team. I've asked some of these questions, and
some of the questions. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
No, you're good, brother. You're good. No, I'm just saying I ask the random questions. I ask the stuff that they don't hear. I mean, if I was a spirit, I don't want to hear the same thing over and over and over and over. I'll just stop reacting. I'll stop talking to you. I'll be like, oh, it's another one of those investigators.
Well, what I do, I'm going to bring it up to you on that. But there's 3 questions I always ask. First one is, how old are you?
Mm-hmm.
Second one, do you know who the president is of the United States? Or what president is, who's the president of the United States?
Mm-hmm.
And the last one, I'll just say, do you know that you're dead?
That's that too.
Seriously, I do. And I don't mean that jokingly, but I do say that. I'm like, do you know that you're dead?
Yeah, I do.
Della says, always treat them with respect. Yes, ma'am.
100%,
always. Honest to God. And I'll tell you, I've seen a lot of people, I've been out with a lot of people who investigate. And they just want to cause a lot of commotion, and they just want to get a reaction by treating the spirits like crap, and you just can't do that. And I have learned, I don't know about you, we can dwell on this with you, but I know with me, if I show the spirits respect, in return, they're going to respect me. And they are going to give me the best evidence ever.
Yep.
Best evidence ever.
100%.
Your thoughts, Mr. Barron.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I always tell a lot of these newer teams and even some of these seasoned investigators, you think of it this way. If someone comes into your house or your building where you're at what kind of person do you want to talk to? Do you want to talk to a robot? Do you want to talk to somebody that has zero personality? Or do you want to talk to somebody that has a little bit of kindness, caring, and enthusiasm, some energy? Do you want someone to just ask you the same thing or say the same thing? No, you want that personality. You want that respect. You don't invite somebody over brand new, or even better, someone you don't know, over to your house. They just show up and kick in your door and say, "You're out of here. Get out of here." They and start yelling and screaming at you and start treating you with disrespect. That's going to upset you. You
Right.
want to go in and you want to have that respect. You want to treat them just like a friend. You want to treat them like, and have some compassion, have some feeling with it. And, that's something I've always suggested to people, is have feelings with it. If you don't feel like, if you tell them you care and you really don't care, don't say it. Don't say you care. They'll pick up on that.
Right. And it's like, and I've been on some investigations before going. Heidi says, agree, no reason to provoke or be disrespectful. Kurt says, you might get a response to a question they have never been asked. Never thought of that, but agree, you more likely to get a response if you have feeling and emotion on it and not just monotone. Yeah, that's true too. But I've been on investigations with other groups and stuff like that, and I can actually feel and see that the spirits are there.
Yep.
And they're just like, well, you're not going to talk to me like that. And so we're just going to stand right here, just far enough away from, the machinery, the equipment. And they make asses out of themselves. Hey, Sparky, good to see you. So it's just that people are downright pure ignorant on that. Crossover Paranormal Society.
That is my brother, Jonathan Myers.
Hey, Mr. Jonathan Myers. Welcome, brother. Thank you for stopping in and listening to me and Matt.
He's another good one, brother. You and him would get along great. He's a great guy.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah. That would be nice. Maybe we can hook up someday and go out there, because I tell you what, maybe not this year, but next year, if when all my bills get paid up, or most of them, I am going to come back out your way again. I love it out there. I do love it out there. Yeah.
I'm waiting. We got to, we got to do that prospecting. We said we were going to do some prospecting in some of those creeks.
You know it, brother. You know it. And you know what creek we're going to, too.
Oh, I know exactly. I'm taking you. I got a bunch I'm going to take you to.
That's cool.
We're going to retire with how much. We're going to retire with how much gold we're going to find.
Sparky says, good as always, covering from my vacation to my daughters. That was 5 days of fixing stuff. But I don't know. I just, to be honest with you, just doing podcasts now and not really diving into the paranormal field here in Pittsburgh. Okay. I really don't know about all the paranormal stuff that's going on now. Is there more groups than there were before, or what's the deal, dude?
It's interesting because there's an event that I'm a part of, and we're seeing a lot of teams coming out of the woodwork. And for those who don't understand, there seems to be new teams that just pop up just randomly that some of us have never heard of, and some who have brand new Facebook or YouTube channels that have 0 videos on. And to me, that's really cool, because that means something somewhere in our field, whether it's a network or some kind of community that's reaching out, the word of our field is getting out there.
Right.
Excuse me. So it's building interest, it's building conversation. And I think due to some recent events, more specifically a certain doll, for one, that's building more curiosity. More people are starting to come out and be like, okay, so what is this about? What is the paranormal about? I mean, we get our jokers that will come out and, provoke or act like idiots, but there are some legit teams that are starting to surface. And I think it's good. I think it's really good.
I'm glad to hear that. Okay, we're at the 30-minute mark, and everybody knows that's when we take a couple-minute break. So
Already.
if you have
Holy
to, go out, go to the bathroom, get a pop, get a cigarette, do what you got to do. I'll see you in 2 minutes or less. And who can we play today? We'll go with this one here.
Welcome to Paranormal Heart Podcast with host Kat Ward.
The Church of Mavis radio show, Friday nights at 8 p.m., 7 Central, starring Jeffrey Pritchett with his co-hosts Wham and Jay McNicholas, right here on the United Paranormal Radio Network, UPRN 107.7 FM, New Orleans.
Welcome to Negotiating Happiness, the show that helps you find happiness, success, and balance in your work and life. I'm Adriana Fiestra, your host for this journey into entrepreneurship and personal growth. We're broadcasting live on 107.7 and 105.3 FM in New Orleans as part of the United Public Radio Network. We explore the latest strategies, insights, and stories from successful entrepreneurs and experts. From managing stress to
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Into the Night with me, your host, Sean Kelly, on this wonderful, hot Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank UPRN Talk Radio 105.3 Mississippi, 107.7 New Orleans for giving me a couple hours with you Sunday nights and on Tuesday night. 1 hour on Sunday, 1 hour on Tuesday. Yes, Sparky, I still have the coffee and donuts in the back room.
He does. They're actually fresh tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, we had to tell Matt here to wipe the powdered sugar off his shit, off his beard. Yeah, it was terrible. So tonight there was a little glitch in the universe on the internet that CL of the Gateway podcast, I was supposed to be on her show. So we pre-recorded it, but there was a glitch and it was played earlier. So if you want to see the replay on that, just go to my Facebook page or the UPRN Talk Radio website page and just look for it. The Gateway Podcast with me and CL and go from there. Kurt says, any idea how to maybe find a team? This is for you, Matt. Any idea how to maybe find a team or group that's local in your area? ? There's no conventions or anything really in my area. I'm thinking about getting a couple of friends and doing a small local group. Go for it, Matt.
Absolutely, Kurt. That 100%. That's how I started my Pennsylvania team. Just started with a couple of friends. Started networking with them. They knew some people. Even talking to people at work. I was talking about this earlier on one of my shows. You know, it's amazing how many people that you already know are interested in the paranormal. You just don't know it. You can look on Facebook. You can look all over. Just start networking. That's key. But if you have a group of friends, just get together, start hanging out, start doing things. And even I would even say put up even ads. Go to, I don't know if you have any grocery stores or any of the community boards, just type up something. Say, hey, looking to start a paranormal team. Do it that way. I did that in San Diego. I had a Craigslist ad and we would do interviews. But that's just the best way. Just start talking.
Yeah, Kurt, Kurt's a good dude, man. And Kurt, all you need to do is just like Matt says, just fine. Even if you have to go out with your honey, you two go out and then and just get the feel for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome there, Kurt. Sparky says do search on the web. And Matt, would you say for if someone gets a group of friends, start slow, maybe daytime to start, lights on, so on?
I mean, not a bad idea, Sparky. Really not a bad idea. The one thing I always tell teams, and even myself, I do still to this day, and I've been doing this for 20 years. If I find a new location, I go during the day. Whether it's a cemetery, home, business, wherever, I go through it in the day so I can see, number one, what's around the area. Two, any type of hazards, tripping hazards, places I shouldn't be. What kind of wildlife is out there? Is there any signs of, bear, mountain lion? I mean, here in PA, the mountain lions pop up randomly. Bears, same thing. Just look for the hazards. And again, and you're absolutely right, Sparky, start slow. Start absolutely slow. A group of friends is perfectly fine. Just enjoy it, have fun. And most importantly, do your research. There's no such thing as too much research. No such thing.
Truth.
Make sure
you're so right about the research, dude.
Yep. And make it your own. Like we were talking about the shows earlier, like TAPS, Ghost Hunters. I started watching them for entertainment. I thought it was cool. But once I started getting into the field, I switched and I used those videos and those shows for educational. How are they setting up the cameras? What questions are they asking these clients? How are they hitting the investigation? What technology are they taking with us? Everything. I looked at it from a student mentality, and then I built my own style. That's where I get my own thing from. That's how I get my investigative style. I made it my own.
Do it, man. That's the way to do it. Sally Forth says, I don't get out much, but I ask every new person how they feel about aliens and ETs. How do you, Matt, care to answer that?
Love them. If you want to get a serious answer, Sally, the serious answer is this. There are literally billions and billions of galaxies all over. Some we don't even know about. Actually, most we don't even know about. Heck, I think we're the backwoods, like rednecks of the universe. We're probably one of the dumbest life forms. The fact that we think that, or people think that there is nothing intelligent out there in that universe after all those billions and billions of galaxies, not likely. Highly not likely. That is extremely egotistical. And to sit there and call us the most intelligent, I'm waving the BS flag on that.
Nah. Hey, Mark Eddy. No, we're not. We're not. Actually, if you really talk to some alien experts and UFO experts, Sally, we were considered the slaves of the aliens. We were slaves.
I know where you're going with it. Yeah.
Yeah, they built us to be their slaves, and that's the truth. That's not denying it at all.
100%.
But on the speaking of, all the gadgets and gadgets and stuff like that, buddy. What's your favorite piece of equipment that you got out there, and can you share?
Yeah, of course. So besides my caffeine, my favorite piece of equipment, honestly, is myself. Um, that's what I use the most is just myself, my feelings, my emotions, my how the environment feels, everything. I don't need it calibrated. I just need the the caffeine to keep it energized. But for the most part, it's the most reliable. It's again using my instincts, using let my body tell me what's going on. I don't tell it. Um, to me, that is the most important piece of equipment in a paranormal investigation. Outside of that, believe it or not, and I get a lot of flack for this. Right here, the cell phone. It's a digital recorder. It's a video camera. It's a regular camera. It's an all-in-one tool, and it's just one piece. Not to mention, if something happens, it's for emergencies. So it's a little bit of everything. Any type of piece of equipment that you can record something on, invaluable. That's how you get your evidence. That's how you validate yourself. That's how you validate these experiences. So I go with the cell phone. Not the apps, mind you, folks. I don't do the apps. I'm still iffy about some of those. I'm just talking a voice recorder and the camera, the features. That's it.
Sparky just subbed you, Matt.
Thank you, Sparky.
And he put your website up there. Yeah.
My little YouTube channel. Anybody who goes over there and follows that, I'm gonna pre-apologize for my stuff. I always like to because I'm a little out there. I'm very paranormal. I'm not normal. I never claim to be.
Who is it, man? I tell you what, man. We're being in the paranormal field for such a long time. I'm not normal, dude.
I hate normal.
I'm not. I mean, and not to knock anybody, who is an investigator, but, and I'm not speaking egotistical here, and I want you to follow up on this from you, Matt. That it takes like a special breed, a special person to actually do paranormal investigating. And I'm not just talking ghosts, I'm talking Bigfoot, I'm talking UFOs, I'm talking aliens, I'm talking cryptids. Do you know what I mean? And you really, really got to want it. And I think that there are people out there like us, right, that it just seems like now this sounds also bad, but like we were born to do this shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now I've been doing it for over 30 years now, and you know what? I'm just tired. I'm tired of it. This is what I do now to help people. You know what I mean? And maybe supervise an investigation here and there. But your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, that is why you are the godfather of the paranormal. That's number one. But you're not wrong. It does take a special type of person to do what we do. And what I mean by we, it's the cryptozoology, the paranormal, all of it, that whole umbrella.
Right.
And to be honest with you, I'm not trying to sound mean, but we're a better breed. And what I mean by that is we're more accepting. I find that the paranormal investigators, the cryptos, all of it, we accept each other. We accept each other. We work together. It doesn't matter. Like what on here with your audience, we're all under that same umbrella, that paranormal umbrella. We're not just cryptozoology versus ghost hunters. No, it's we're all together. We accept each other. We support each other. We work together. We accept what normal society puts down. We don't care. We don't care if you're part of the normal society. We don't care if you're a paranormal investigator. We don't care if you're a cryptozoologist. We don't care if what you are. If you're out for the right reasons and if you're out for positivity and support, you're about it. And to me, that makes us a lot better. It makes us better than anywhere else. And that's why I absolutely love this community that we're a part of.
Yes.
It doesn't matter whether it's, on this network, if it doesn't matter if it's on, the network I'm with, Parapost, Global Ghost Hunt, it doesn't matter who you're with. As long as that network, that group of people have that passion, have that drive, and have that open-mindedness, that's what it's about. And that's what's going to drive this field, not the evidence itself.
Right. The evidence is just, I'll tell you later. But hey, good morning, here, Kason. Kason's from Sri Lanka. And he just woke up tonight. So
Good morning.
Right now. So good morning, here, Kason. Sherry says it becomes a passion, and it did for a long time, for many years for me, Sherry. But I tell you what, it just got to the point where I just couldn't do it no more. Sally says curiosity and open-mindedness indicate intellect. That is so true. And
Absolutely.
Sally says, love this. And Kason says, Kurt got to make coffee and milk for kitties.
Aww.
Hey, Gene, good to see you. Good to see you, Gene. She says, well said. But you know what? We are coming up at 9 o'clock p.m. All right, we got 5 minutes to shoot the crap. And then we're not done yet. I get to go over today.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I just can't believe it's been an hour already. Holy crap.
Man, my shows go quick. They're good. My shows are the best, I think.
Oh, I agree.
I'm just joking. Everybody's.
I agree.
Well, I'd like to know the godfather of the paranormal. Oh, wow. That's a big. Wow. What do you, ladies and gents in the chat room, what do you think of my friend Matt Barron calling me the godfather of paranormal?
Hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Show some hearts. You know what? Here's what it is, brother. I remember Carnegie. I remember our first conversation. I remember talking and hanging out. And you just, there's certain people that we meet face to face. And you're definitely one of them. That when you meet that person, their aura, their presence almost demands that respect. Okay. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's one of those, this person is just a great individual. They deserve the respect. It's almost like meeting the Pope. Whether you're a Catholic or not, if the Pope shows up, it's just, you know what I mean? Yeah. You're that type of individual, brother. And I've had the utmost respect for you since the hey, how are you? Since we met, since we were out. I never forget either. I stepped outside to have a cigarette, and that's when we got introduced, and we started talking to each other about it. It wasn't even inside Carnegie; it was out on that front or the back step, actually.
Yeah, it was a good night.
And you and I clicked from day one. And Scott Morton, who was there too, Mr. Fedora, he's the same way. He's the same way. I love Scott to death, and I'm not just saying this, but he's one of those individuals who just you respect. You absolutely respect, and you check all the boxes in my mind. You are the godfather of the paranormal for me.
Well, thank you, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your kind words in the chat. But that's a nice thing to say about me. I appreciate that. Makes me feel good. But we are going to. It's 8:58 right now, right? So everybody, there is something special that Matt Barron does, and it's coming up. And it's going to affect everybody who has a group, okay? Paranormal group. And when we come back from, the second break here, we're going to talk about it, and we're going to take it to the end of the show. Okay, everybody? And again, thank you very much for all the kind words you have put into the chat room. I truly appreciate it. So we're going to do our second break, come back, and Matt's going to talk about it. And so see you in a couple minutes.
The Power Agency is built for those who move like predators, decide like weapons, and execute like their life depends on it. You're either fully in, or you're invisible.
Hi, I'm Brittany Ashley, your host of Breaking Norms, Building Dreams, your guide through this transformative journey in both business and life. This is your place crafted for dreamers, viewers, or anyone who has been told they can't. Get ready as we challenge those narratives together. You're tuning in live to the United Public Radio Network, airing on 105.3 and 107.7 FM in New Orleans. We are streaming on all the popular platforms every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me for a candid and thought-provoking conversation celebrating your unique journey because you are worth it.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's start this conversation. Let's start this conversation. We got no relation.
Are you ready to explore the unknown? Dive into the world of the strange, mysterious, and unexplained with Eerie Expeditions magazine. Each issue is packed with spine-tingling tales, cutting-edge paranormal investigations, and exclusive insights into hauntings, cryptids, UFOs, and more. Whether you're a seasoned investigator or just love a good ghost story, Eerie Expeditions magazine has something for you. Join our growing community of truth seekers and adventure lovers. Subscribe today at EerieExpeditionsMagazine.com and unlock the secrets of the supernatural. Are you ready? That's EerieExpeditionsMagazine.com, where the
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Into the Night with me, your host, Ron Kelly, on this very hot Tuesday night. I am still touched by all the nice comments that I have received in the chat room. That means so much to me. It really does.
You deserve it, brother.
Oh, thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. But I also want to tell you the beginning of my show, where you see the car driving around and all that, Matt actually did that for me. He did my opening for me, and I've kept it ever since. So
I was going to say, that definitely looks familiar.
Yeah. Kasem says, hello, Matt.
Hey.
Yeah, he's the one from Sri Lanka. Yeah, he's far away. Hope the kiddies are doing okay, Kasem. I want to thank UPRN Talk Radio, 105.3 Mississippi, 107.7 New Orleans, for giving me an hour on Sundays and on Tuesday nights. Here's the deal. So you all know that CL Thomas, she has the Gateway podcast. Well, it won't be shown tonight because there was a glitch in I guess the web area or whatever. And that show was put on at 6 o'clock this evening. So if you want to watch it, and I highly recommend that you do, because she interviewed me and it was a good show that she put on. So what you need to do if you want to watch it, just go to my Facebook page, Sean Kelly, and it will play for you because you can rerun it. In fact, after my show, I'm just gonna release it and share it out again for everybody. Kurt says, you're the man, Sean. Matt, you're doing awesome work too, brother. Keep it up.
Thank you, Kurt.
And Sparky said he just finished that one before you got on. Okay, Matt, this is it. This is the $1 million whole 9 yards. The reason why I also brought you on this show.
Uh-oh.
Talk about what your big, beautiful plan, what you do every year.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about the event I'm a part of.
Yes.
So, a couple years back, I have to, before I talk about the event, I have to give you a little backstory. So, while networking, I did meet up with the owner and operator of Parapost Network. His name is Brian John Laverty. Him and I started talking and started networking and hanging out and doing some things. We also got involved in an event, not this one that we're a part of now, and it just didn't go right. I'm not gonna go into details, but just we didn't see eye to eye. They weren't after the same thing that him, myself, and many others weren't involved with and wanted to be involved with. So we started talking, and Brian suggested hosting our own event, and that event has been called the Global Ghost Hunt. And we wanted an event to truly highlight teams, groups, locations from not just here in the US, but all over the world. And we wanted to give them a fair shot to be showcased. So instead of being watched by tens of people, you're being watched by hundreds, if not thousands of people. And we wanted to do this twice a year. So the Global Ghost Hunt is a 10-day event every year. What I mean is there's one in the spring and one in the fall. This year we're doing it just in the fall because it's our third year and it's free. So you can kind of assume what we're expecting. We're expecting a lot of people. But it has been such a blessing these past couple of years. The admin staff and myself, we just absolutely love what has happened in this community with the Global Ghost Hunt. We find teams and found teams that literally have come out of nowhere and have shown what they are about, show the passion that we were talking about earlier, showing the truth, and even better, learning some new things, learning new investigation techniques, seeing these locations that we all have our bucket list, but we're seeing them. We're actually seeing them in front of us on these live investigations. There's no camera crew. There's no stipulations. There's no nothing. It's you, the location, and just go. Show the investigation itself. And what's really nice is we've made it very easy for teams to sign up, to join, and it doesn't have to be during these specific dates. All we are looking for is 2 hours of even recorded footage, and you send it to us and we will showcase it during the event itself. And we will literally highlight these teams and these locations, not just for the 10 days, but forever. We put them on Facebook, we put them on YouTube, we put them on TikTok, we put them all over social media, and we treat them like they are the stars, which they are. And it's just so much fun. And I've met so many amazing people in these past 3 years of doing this. Today, I just interviewed a really good team from the UK called the Ghoul Gang. Two young ladies named Emma and Rosie, and just the energy alone is addicting. Like these teams make you want to go out and investigate that very moment. Like as soon as you're done talking, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go get my stuff, and you just want to go out into the field. It has been nothing but positivity ever since we started this. And it is a lot of work. There is a lot of things that go on behind the scenes. But once we're done with the event, it's like, let's get going again. Let's keep doing this. And this year we are doing something very special. One of our family members for the Global Ghost Hunt had passed away. We talked about him earlier, brother.
Mhm.
Raymond Newsom, he passed away this past year. So this year we are not only dedicating the Global Ghost Hunt to him, we are hosting a very special investigation for him in honor of him and his family as well. They will hopefully be joining us at location, and we are asking every team that joins us to have a moment of not just silence, but a moment of darkness. Our brother Raymond was known for many different things. One of them, never really having a flashlight on during his investigation, so you could never really see him.
Right.
So we were doing a moment of darkness for Raymond. But it's stuff like that that really brings the community together and really makes this so worthwhile. If anybody is interested in signing up or even just checking it out, you can check out Global Ghost Hunt on Facebook. You can check it out on YouTube. You can check us out on TikTok, Instagram. We are all over the place. We also host a show called GGH On Air, or GGH Live, as we call it too. Brian, we had a host, but Brian asked me to take it over, so you're stuck with me as the host.
That's not a problem. That's not a problem at all.
Well, that's why I apologize ahead of time.
No, I'm not smack you, man. I'm going to drive up there and smack you for apologizing. Don't ever apologize. You don't need to apologize.
Oh, I
I'll
appreciate
I'll
that.
smack you around. Hey, could you do me a favor though? Could you
Yeah, of
put
course.
that website for that global paranormal event into the comment section, and the name of that podcast that you do, that you run by yourself? So as you're doing this, let me ask you this question, all right? Everybody that's in the chat room, it's globalghosthunt.com/.
No, not the backslash. I hit that on purpose. I had fat fingers.
Okay.
Just globalghosthunt.com. There we go.
So so this is like what really is interesting about the whole thing there, Matt. So where do people go to watch these groups participate in this global ghost hunt?
So we don't just have links on the website globalghosthunt.com. I'm not sure why it's not popping up in the chats, but I'll put it on. I have your YouTube channel up right now, so I'll put it in the YouTube side real quick.
Okay.
And I'll just comment later. I'll comment later in your Facebook side. But we don't just have links on the website itself. We also have them on YouTube. We have it on our YouTube channel, which is just Global Ghost Hunt. We have it on the Facebook side. We keep everything up and active. So it's not just the one-time deal. It's forever. You will forever be up there. And you can still see this is our third year doing it. You can still see from the very first year. You can see the very first investigation that we've ever done. And you can watch these teams. And it's just so amazing to watch the growth. Like there's a group there called Abyss Paranormal. Not to name drop, but they deserve it. They were one of those teams that literally came out of nowhere. And their very first investigation with the Global Ghost Hunt, we all were in shock going, crap, they're really good. They're doing a lot of the right things. They're asking the right questions. They're asking the right way. They're respectful. And on top of that, they had a camera person going to different areas with different groups. They set themselves up in the different groups. And just like we did at Carnegie. And this camera person was going to each individual group and spending not just a minute or two. They were spending 5 minutes, 10 minutes with these groups and finding out what exactly was going on. And it was just really cool to see. And a lot of teams picked up on how they were doing stuff. And you can see a lot of groups mimicking this and putting their own spin on things. And you really learn a lot. Like I've been doing this for 20 years. I learned a lot. I've learned so much. I've learned even new locations that I want to visit. My bucket list has went from like this to there's so many different things that I want to do. And what's really cool this year is, as a celebration, we're doing what's called 3 for free. So if you don't have to be, just by the way, you don't have to just be ghost hunters. I know you have a lot of cryptozoologists and the UFO. You've got a lot. We want you guys as well. You guys are more than welcome to sign up for the Global Ghost Hunt. It's not just the paranormal. And we're doing it for free. We're waiving all sign-up fees. We're getting rid of all of that this year. So it is completely free to sign up. And it is on the website, globalghosthunt.com. And what's really cool is we don't just sign up and wait till that second of the time frame to get started. We start promoting you out from day one. We send thumbnails, we send promotional videos, we do a bunch of different things. We offer merchandise. to wear. If you want to wear, merchandise for the Global Ghost Hunt, we offer that. We have a 24-hour staff basically that you can ask questions. You can, get help, get advice. We're the admin staff and myself. We're always available to help out. So there's a lot that these teams get and a lot of support that they get that a lot of other events, I'll just say, don't offer. And for the event, we offer each team 2 hours of investigating. Not an hour, not a half hour, not 45 minutes. You get 2 full hours of live, if you choose to go live, raw, unedited, real paranormal investigating.
That is so freaking awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've known you for 3 years now, and I remember when you first started this. In fact, I had a hard time filling out the application.
It's gotten better. It's gotten better.
Okay, good. It's too much on my mind for that. But have you ever ran into teams that were a bunch of assholes?
Yes, we've had to have a couple of teams, and we really do. We have, I don't want to say an NDA because it's not. It's more of an agreement, a user agreement, and part of that is basically working together, being positive about it. We are here to support, and we're the admin staff and myself. We're here to support. We don't get anything from this. I don't just host the live show. I'm also one of the multimedia directors, and I do all the videos, and I'm starting on music videos now. Doing music videos for the event. I help out with all the promotional videos, and we don't get anything from this. I don't get paid for what I do. None of the admin staff do. Not even Brian. Brian doesn't get anything from this. We do this strictly for the passion of it, and there are teams, sadly, out there that basically want us to be their servants, and it's like, no. We're not doing that. We are not. Just because you think you're better than everybody else does not mean you're getting special treatment. Even when we did last year and the year before, was a sign-up fee, but that was for a specific reason. That's for hosting, that's for a bunch of different things in the background, and that is all in there, and we do talk about that. I'm not going to get into that right now, but there were teams that wanted more than what we were able to offer. And It's like, listen, this isn't Discovery Channel. This isn't A&E. This isn't, a big time production. This is you going out with your camera and recording for 2 hours or going live for 2 hours. We're just helping you promote yourself. We're helping promote these locations. And that's something else we're really passionate about is these locations. Anybody who has been to a haunted location knows it takes a lot of money to keep them up. It's a lot of upkeep, and we're trying to help these locations get more investigators, get more people involved, and hopefully preserve them for this next generation of investigators coming up, and if not longer. That's one of our other goals.
That is like, and that's cool. I mean, you and your boys and the girls and that are working with that is like totally awesome, like the globalghosthunt.com. Hey, welcome back, Heidi. Good to see you. Kurt says that's really awesome and great for new people and just everyone in general. For anyone to get to do that's really great. It is, Kurt. And Kurt, I highly recommend that you get in contact with Matt, and he can really, really help you out. In fact, he lives like in your area, I do believe, Kurt. Yeah, I do believe he lives up there.
Where you? Wait, Kurt, did you send me a Facebook request? Because I did get a Facebook request from 2 people.
But you might have, but Kurt, he lives out that way, so that would be like kind of cool.
Yeah, but no, and like I said, the Global Ghost Hunt is open for literally anybody. Like I said, even the cryptozoology, the UFOs, your Bigfoot hunter, we want you. We want you to come aboard. We want to showcase, and you don't need this really great, like all-star Pennhurst type investigation. No, you can do a cemetery. You can do a trail. I've done a trail. Actually, do you remember the one I showed you, brother?
Yeah.
That we went to? I did that one. For the Global Ghost Hunt. That trail.
Cool.
I've done Centralia.
No, I I have my own views. But Kurt says on Centralia, yeah, that was me, brother. I'm in Hollidaysburg, Altoona area.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm
And
Williamsport area.
Sally Forth, she sent, I do believe she sent you a friend request too.
Oh, you did too? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So Kurt's
Thank
in
you.
Central PA.
You're not too far.
Well, I'm just glad you made it safe, Heidi. I'm glad you did. But you know what? I don't know what's so. See, we went up there that one time, and to me, dude, I didn't get that haunted vibe from Centralia. I really didn't. It's just
Centralia is hit or miss. We did the one cemetery up on the hillside, and we were getting some responses. I mean, it wasn't anything like to write home about, but
right.
It's just a beautiful area. Centralia is just absolutely beautiful.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt at all, dude. I mean, I have no qualms about that. But when it comes down to, I think what made Centralia big, besides the fires, was it was based off the movie of Silent Hill.
Yep.
But I look at, and maybe you can verify this for me or help me understand. I did see the movie Silent Hill, but I don't know I don't know how they got Centralia with Silent Hill. Do you?
I want to say it was the movie took the story of Centralia to a new level. Basically, you go from a town of literally thousands to, I think, five or seven people live in Centralia to this day. And I think it was just the fact that it was just creepy. It's just a creepy place, creepy environment that's literally still on fire. And it just gets the Hollywood twist, as I like to call it. It's just like what we do. They see these haunted locations where there's a demon every time you go out. In actuality, no, it's really not. You're a lot of times you're going out talking to yourself, but it's just that Hollywood twist, I think. But I highly suggest anybody who goes to Centralia or is in Central PA stop by. It's still beautiful. It's a beautiful walk, beautiful place, beautiful environment.
And your feet do burn because of the fires underneath.
Certain areas, yeah.
Yes. So don't wear rubber shoes when you walk Centralia because they might melt to the. No, I'm not bullshitting you.
No, that's what's funny, folks. He's not. There are certain areas. There are certain areas that have vents that are down into the coal mine, and they're hot as hell. They hurt.
Yeah, they are very much so. Well, we got about 8 minutes left. I do want to ask you a question, though, Matt. All right. You were saying earlier about using your phone, okay, on a paranormal investigation. Tell our viewers out here and the people in the chat, how come? Why is your cell phone a good phone to just investigate with?
Less crap I have to carry. That's the simple answer. Instead of carrying a flashlight, a digital recorder, digital camera, a recorder, I carry my phone. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if the Wicked Queen moved it. I think she did. But I have some of my equipment back here. I have my camera. I have some digital recorders. I have it here in my desk too. I've got my equipment everywhere. I'm a slob sometimes. My studio is a freaking mess. But I do have the equipment. But typically, if I'm just going out on what I call an exploratory investigation, just going to check it out, check out the location, I just take my phone. I'll take a flashlight and my phone. It's just easier to carry. I don't have to worry about all the different pieces of equipment. I don't need to worry about batteries. I have a battery pack if I need to charge my phone. And if there's ever an emergency, I just call. I can just boom. I already have it out. So to me, it's just a matter of ease. I'm just lazy.
Well, we've been doing it for so long. You got to be easy. You got to take it easy because carrying all that damn equipment. I'm glad that I was a spiritualist because I didn't carry. The only thing I carried was a camera and a digital voice recorder and a K2 meter. That's all I had. I still use it. I'm so old school. But Sally was saying I was just thinking about that movie like last night or this morning.
It's a great
Kurt
movie.
says, yeah, it is. Kurt says, phone is kind of standard issue, all in one kind of quick use device. Agree? Yeah.
Hmm.
Sparky says, I got to head out. Sean and Matt, thank you so much for a great live. And everyone in chat, you rock. Talk to you later, guys. Later.
See ya, Sparky.
See you, Spark. Um, but I just am like really happy and honored that you got to come on the show tonight
Hey,
and
the
that we
honor's
got to
all honor's all
spend a
mine,
couple.
brother.
Yeah, and I mean to spend a couple an extra half hour or so, I mean it just kind of made me feel good. I mean a lot of people in my chat they seem to like you too. I mean, they're like everybody in here is like their watchdogs, man. They're like my pack. If anybody attacked me, man, they'd be all over them. And I feel sorry for the
Hey,
person who tried to attack me, man, because they
oh,
would be all over. They'd be all over, brother.
oh well, I'm a part of that group. I'm a part of that group. You're a great brother of mine. I think of you as
Yes.
family, and
Yep.
like I said, you to me, you've earned and you demand that respect, and you are the godfather of the paranormal in my
Okay.
mind.
I'll accept it.
And I will say too, I really I've watched your show a few times. Obviously, when I can catch it. I've shared it out, and I have to say, the network you're a part of, the UPRN network. That's really cool. I really like the variety that they
Yes.
offer. It's really cool. So,
Yeah.
but
Oh, yeah. I've been blessed. I have been blessed to be a part of this platform, UPRN. They've done wonders for me, and
good.
they're the nicest. I mean, Kurt says, no doubt. Nice to meet you, Matt. Great guest, Sean. Heidi says, UPRN. Heidi is our Heidi. UPRN's Heidi. That's our Heidi. She is.
Beautiful,
I mean,
beautiful network you guys have, Heidi.
she's a goddess. I'm telling you,
And
she's a goddess.
Kurt, if you're ever in the Williamsport area, let me know. That's where I'm
Yeah.
at. I'm around that way.
But oh, I know. Look at that. Oh, a little jittery heart palpitations here, Heidi. But no, like on UPRN, you have like the Church of Mavis, which is on Friday night. You got the UFO show on Wednesday nights. You got the Outer Realm with Michelle, and I'm on also two other shows. The political show Friday nights, News on the Flip Side, and also Saturday evening. The number one show on this platform is called The Chat. Haha, Jason, God bless you. Sean is Don Corleone. That's funny. I like that.
Mhm.
But Matt, again, you got the last word here, brother.
Well, again, thank you, brother. Seriously, thank you. You and I, we live so close, but we need to do this more. We definitely need to do this more. I love hanging out with you. Huge thank you to the audience. You guys are freaking awesome. I love your audience, brother. Your community
Thank you.
that you have here, and like I said, even the network, the UPRN network. You guys are awesome. I love the variety. Love what you guys got going on. And if there's any way myself or anybody I work with we can help, help you guys out, reach out. We're always looking to network and fun.
Oh, a lot of networking on these shows. 'Cause I got the best crew. We're all one big happy family on this whole network. We are.
That's
It's
awesome.
really cool.
That is awesome.
Children, thank you again, Matt. Children, if you can, please go to your parents, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And parents, please go to your children, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And if you have no parents, and if you have no children, find somebody, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. Remember, CL, the Gateway Podcast, does not have a show on. So just go to my Facebook page and you can watch it. And on that note, good night, everybody. See you Sunday night. Stay safe and sweet.